This is the next best of 2, the fourth best of 2 in the series. We got our map picks and bans. LawLiet decides to go for Echo Isles, and 120 wants to play on Tidehunters. Amazonia and Concealed out for 120, understandably. So LawLiet on Last Refuge and Northern Isles. The Undead home turf taken out as well. Echo Isles, Bidoux, in Night Elf versus Undead.
Yeah.
Is that a Warden, my friend?
Yeah, I'm surprised 120 let this through, but he must know that LawLiet is going to hit him with that Warden. I'm excited to see that map. Tidehunters, I think Tidehunters is becoming a staple Night Elf versus Undead map. A lot of both sides really enjoying the matchup there. But yeah, Echo Isles. All right, here we go. This is gonna. I mean, it's already looking pretty good for LawLiet. I mean, his Warden is nasty.
Could also play Keeper. We've seen the same matchup with 120 versus Foggy, where 120 also allowed this map, and therefore Foggy, it was a Keeper. Let's see if LawLiet is really going for it. We see him here now without glasses after the eye surgery he had, not needed anymore. Two former teammates in ELL now on opposite sides of Group D. Do or die for LawLiet and 120. He would need a big score as well. His opening match was a 1-1 over Foggy, so not the perfect start for him into this series. So far, it is on this patch 3-1 in favor of 120. Map score is 6-4, so it's really close. They faced each other 34 times actually in their career, also a little bit in favor of 120. But LawLiet is an absolute menace in this matchup. 9-2 on this patch on a 3-0 streak versus Undead. I was a little worried that he might be switching to Orc as he recently did in Cups, but at the big stage, it's LawLiet, it's Night Elf, and it's a Demon Hunter.
Oh man. Okay, he's going super try hard then. This is no gimmicks. This is just very clean. Yeah, you know what? I was worried too, right? We saw LawLiet playing Orc and we're just like, wait, is this like an actual thing? Obviously, we've seen Shao Kai switch over and a lot of players, but no, I think he was mostly just hiding builds and having fun, and then he just got stomped by 15 Sway. So it's like I think he was trying hard. He just had a really rough start, but yeah, Demon on Echo is very eye-opening to LawLiet. Knows that this is do or die. He doesn't want to trust that Warden of the gimmicks, and he's just going to play a clean Demon Hunter. But yeah, so far we do see the AOW creep on the Merc Camp, and
that's
yeah. What's your game time at? Just because I didn't actually sync up with you at the beginning.
140, 41. 42, 43.
Okay. I'm a little bit ahead, but I'll yeah,
okay, 120 already stealing the Shadow Priest away, and this is kind of trouble for LawLiet right off the bat. He would of course have loved the right hand side spot, because there you can creep a little better. Maybe that forces the Keeper here as well. This Shadow Priest cannot be allowed to get the last hit. Super important moments right in the early game, as 120 is going for an expansion right here, selling the Altar. Ooh, it's close, but okay, secures it with the mana burn. That's the safe call, not using it on the Shadow Priest to maybe even get a kill, as he's heard already. Crystal Ball, not the perfect item, but he can scan the bottom right and see what 120's game plan is.
This is still so annoying, but 120 putting a little bit of damage, but I mean, LawLiet's still going to make that work, and that's a tough camp to creep, especially when 120 is in your front face like that. But yeah, 120 going for the expansion now. Unsummons the altar. Pretty standard stuff.
Before, exactly. He did that against Foggy, but there, of course, it was a Keeper, and the Treants were such a potent weapon to just tear down this Haunted Goldmine over and over and over for Acolytes, 120? Hope he's not forgetting about that. Oh my god.
Calculated, Neo? Calculated?
He's not producing them.
He must know that he's like, where's my money? I can't even build ghouls.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
really weird.
That's a mistake. At this point.
Clearly, there's so much gold already. Would love to have our graph right now, but also like look at the player camps for a second. Just LawLiet, a little bit forward, right? Like okay, go, and 120 so relaxed, just leaned back in his chair. Tells a little something.
Yeah, just lean back, hemorrhaging gold. He's chilling. Absolutely chilling. I hope he fixes that up. We're not able to really see that until we go back to it. But LawLiet's going to AOW creep at least the expansion pull while this tree's up. And everything's looking pretty clean. You know, 120's taking a lot of damage on his Death Knight. Early Wisps come in. They could be there for blocks. Okay, the Deado on the Skellies. 120's not going to get much value. He's going to have to rely on the ghouls, and he could just dive onto this.
This Tree of Life might go down here. Lots of ghouls still. This will cost quite a bit. One ghoul down already. The Wisps are there waiting for the repair. This was kind of the same situation that 15 Sway had against LawLiet when it was so close. Needs to cancel this. Needs to cancel this. Did he? Not 100% sure, to be honest.
I think he did. I think he did.
Very late, though. Buy some time for 120's expansion. This didn't actually cost too much. I think one ghoul and a little bit of mana and HP. Wow.
Yeah, I don't think he really lost too much. Now he's going to run back. LawLiet's going to try to chase him and try to get some damage, but I don't think anything's really going down at all. So that's a pretty nice trade for 120. And if he's still got 4 in the gold mine, Neo, he's got 5 on his expansion now. So I don't think I'll have to worry about that. Maybe a possible surround from 120. The tree line, kind of maybe he gets in the tree line. I'm not too sure, but yeah, that's kind of a blunder from LawLiet. He might have to just fast rebuild that.
Yeah, he might expand on the spot, and then the delay is not even too bad. And now he techs with 4 Acolytes. Are you kidding me?
Oh, okay, he didn't fix that up. Okay, that's well, that's so weird, you know. And I don't want to see any undeads doing this on War 3 Champions. All right, this is not.
Yeah, usually 120 is a prime example on how to play undead, but should maybe learn to count to 5. In the meantime,
8's an awkward number.
True. DK still more creeps. Oh, last it goes to LawLiet here, I think. Item to LawLiet as well. The DK is in a world of trouble. Has to use the TP or let it die. I mean, he threatened the surrounds, but that's not even that bad. There's a staff.
Shake and bake from 120. I can't believe that DK got out without even absorbing that many right clicks, but there's the aura now.
Okay, that's a little bit of regen. But he can't block him. 120 is just getting bullied by this Demon Hunter so far.
Yeah, I think before level 3, like, this is kind of normal, right? The Demon Hunter could just get in your face, start right-clicking, and I mean, we're seeing a pretty ballsy play from LawLiet, that's for sure. I mean, could force us a surround and get in trouble, in which he might have to, but this is allowing his second hero to creep up like crazy.
And he already got the level 3 demon, so he doesn't have to creep this one. LawLiet, one of the best in the creeping game department. Already the Engine of War in position for the turtle spot after eating through the trees there. Now the expansion is coming up bottom left, right? There is a building that should be the next Tree of Life.
Yeah, it's built a little bit later, but it's not the biggest deal in the world. We do see the second hero taking a big camp for LawLiet. That's going to be the shop. Should be at level 2 right away, and then maybe he actually has time to go creep something else. Maybe the marketplace at the top. I mean, he's stealing everything from 120 right now.
Oh, look at this. He is building the 5th Acolyte. This means, of course, his main will last quite a bit longer than LawLiet's. Another kill right there. More bullying going on. Item was the Pendant of Energy. Not too bad for the DK, of course, but he's very, very close to level 3. That actually, yeah, was enough. And the Demon Hunter, ooh, close to being surrounded. Not sure if the staff's off cooldown now.
I'm not too sure either, but slow actually being used. This demon might have to be forced into getting out with the staff. Boots. He's right-clicking the DK, though. This is going to be tough. Does LawLiet get out of here? Does he just walk out?
LawLiet with a little bit of healing. Also, Dispel possible against the slow now. Muddy. Yeah, he's just walking out like that. Shadow Priest seems like it's surviving. No coil can be thrown, of course. It's amazing how much LawLiet is able to do with just the Demon Hunter, basically.
Yeah, it's kind of super tanky, especially with that circlet. Looks pretty good with the boots. You can run around a lot. Sticking around and getting more value. But, I mean, at the end of the day, 120 is still going to have this expansion up. He's still going to have pretty secured expansion. He can do what he wants. Likewise with LawLiet as well. As, oh, did you see this camp pull from LawLiet?
Pretty sweet, eh?
Beauty.
Second hero coming for 120 as tech was a little later. Now tier 3 is in as well. Yeah, Panda is getting close to level 3 after this one. Also a lightning shield. Panda as a target, Demon Hunter as a target when there's a lot of ghouls. Has a lot of damage.
Yeah, maybe past that or just, yeah, use it on the demon. That'd be nuts. Great item so far. This is just gonna, I think it's gonna start to turn into the mid game, into the late game, as both players pretty much secured expansion. We haven't seen 120 going across the map to do any harassment yet. He's just kind of been chilling. Now the Lich is out for the Undead, so he can start to creep that up. He's creeping that with the DK because he has to, kind of. He can't keep that Lich alone. But this is gonna slow down his Lich level 2, obviously.
Yeah,
Mana burns are on point.
Creep speed isn't really great for 120 at all, as he's not pulling ghouls to this. It was just a 3-unit plus skeleton creep, which is really not that great. And LawLiet already on tier 2, got the double level 3 here. Plus the Dryads coming out for more crowd control. I feel like LawLiet is having an excellent game on Echo.
Well, he's definitely having like the ability to make this game whatever he wants. I mean, like you said, 120 very slow. He's gonna have to wait till like tier 3, and he's gonna have to wait for that orb and just slowly try to chip away at LawLiet. But that's, like we've seen, gonna give him full map control. And yeah, he's chilling, man. 3-3 heroes. I mean, like 120 is so far behind in creeping. It's insane, kind of.
My god, yeah, and he approached the mid camp, but LawLiet stole that away from him, and what a reward with the big mana potion on a panda. That's the dream right there.
You love to see it. You love to see it. His items are very good in this game. Wouldn't be surprised if he wants to go on the aggressive. He's already breaking. Oh, he actually cancels that. Okay, he stays at 50 supply and starts banking. All right, there we go.
Do we know if 120 ever fixed the 4 acolytes in the main?
I have no idea, but it's gonna haunt me. That's for sure.
LawLiet is haunting 120. There's an item on the ground, very hard to reach. DK is coming in, a little late to the party. That's the DK. Oh, he dodges the coil with an invo potion. Breath of Fire is coming in. What a wonderful weapon against all these ghouls here. Mana burn thrown once again. There's no mana on 120 at all. We have a staff? Not really, but a town portal. Might not even be able to force it. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, mass damage, and there's the lightning shield on the Fiend now. The AoE is off the charts, Ricky.
Oh, that was such a good fight for LawLiet. I was actually thinking that 120 might get the better of that with the ghouls in front, with the fiends, with the Orb of Corruption. But you know what? Oh, man, that was a really good Breath of Fire. And 120 is sticking around. Interesting. Naga third, pretty standard here. The problem is going to be these hero levels for the Undead. As long as these mana burns come in, Neo, there's going to be no coils for mana. No mana for coil, sorry. And just all the heroes are going to be weak. So that can allow LawLiet to just go for an easy Breath of Fire, right-click, mana burn, focus fire. And this Lich and Naga, I mean, this Naga could be quickly deleted. 120 has to be very careful.
Absolutely, but also LawLiet, this might be the one moment where he's losing that game. Powerful push, power spike coming in with the Naga third. Bears are yet to approach here. Panda already down to 50%, but I love the 3 Moonwells, even though the mana is relatively low. Engine of Wind can't be fulfilled. There's no Engine Protector, no Engine of War here. Panda has full mana. Not sure if he used the potion already or not. We'll see it in a bit. Demon Hunter also under pressure, and 120 puts the dent into this game and can do some damage here.
Yeah, finally some bears come in. A little bit of frontline for LawLiet, but like you said, this is a pretty big power spike. 2 A-bombs come out of nowhere.
Wow.
Where the hell did 120 make those? But I guess if you have an expansion for so long, I mean, this is great. They're at the back, though. They can't get in the front line. Breath of Fire is very good. And LawLiet's starting to chip away a little bit. Needs to get rid of the Destroyer in the air, which is a crucial part of 120's army. But this Demon Hunter, like I said, is going to go for the right clicks. Lich getting very, very low. DK fresh out of mana. And the A-bomb, he does make his way to the front, but I mean, it's owing to his doom. Nice coil, actually, to come in to save that A-bomb.
Yeah, that was the potion here. Will be burned in a bit. And as often in this matchup, the early game looking good. Oh, whoa, whoa, that was close on the Demon Hunter. The early fight looking good for the Undead. We're just spamming his spells. But once the Demon Hunter goes to work and mana runs dry, Night Elf is taking over with more reinforcements coming in quicker. There's still a little bit of a supply lead for 120. I'm not even sure if he has Disease Cloud. It's always hard to see. I think he does. Or it's the poison from the Dryads. We'll see in a bit. Next Breath of Fire. Breath of Fire, of course, not that effective against A-bombs as it is against Fiends, but he gets the kill nonetheless, and not looking too great for 120.
Yeah, he's getting pushed back now. The Dryads at the front line. Demon Hunter in a little bit of trouble. No, okay. Might get stabbed. Does get stabbed. Yeah,
there's
nice.
the staff indeed. So the dust settles, and 120 has a supply deficit, has a level deficit. And he can't break this expo. He has to break the expo, though. Panda's a little bit on his own. But the Moonwells... Oh, Moonwells don't help. But maybe the shop does, exactly. With another potion. Demon Hunter is back, fully healed as well. It's just Night of Excellence right now.
Yeah, keeping the mana pretty fresh on that Panda. The Breath of Fires have been in, and that's really good AoE. As he's just slowly chipping away, LawLiet is. I mean, the A-bombs in the front, they're just kind of getting deleted right away, and now it's not much army left, Neo. Just a handful of statues, handful of heroes, but there's no units on the ground, and I think LawLiet has finally pushed this back, and with the supply lead, everything's just kind of plummeting for 1-2-0.
Might be going for a kill on the heroes. DK gets the heal scroll, but you can't coil it. Nagashi's getting burned. Never made a level here. The statues as well. 3 statues on the ground. Oh, make it 2. Destroyers easily taken out. I think there's not too much micro left in 1-2-0 as the Fiend is falling as well. Just plummeting in supply back and no upkeep from 70. 1-2-0 is like trying and does his best, but that's just an overwhelming Sentinel force at this point, and a level 5 Demon Hunter and the GG. LawLiet is back in the tournament.
That's a big win. That's a big win, and he's looking super nervous, super serious. I mean, look at LawLiet. He's looking like, wow, I needed that, and you certainly did, buddy.
And he did that so well. Of course, mistakes were made for the Undead, the only remaining Undead that can still reach the quarterfinal. How on this level can you have 4 Acolytes for such a long time in both gold mines, Ricky?
I don't know. It's the 1-2-0 strat. 8 on the mine. I'm not too sure. He was still able to macro pretty significantly considering, but would have probably loved to have that extra gold. I think the problem is just fighting into that Moonwell Night Elf expansion. That Panda crept up so much more, by the way, Neo, at the beginning of the game. I mean, level 3 very quickly, obviously level 4 throughout the fight. I think everything was just going LawLiet's way with those heroes. And I think 1-2-0 with level 1-1 Lich Naga, it is a good power spike, but it's tough. As soon as the bears came out, Neo, we just saw LawLiet just kind of stomp them.
Yeah, absolutely. Everything was already so late for 1-2-0. Thanks to just mining with 4 Acolytes for some time. And then I don't know, man, not going for the marketplace with ghouls, trying to contest that with 4 units, questionable. Early A-bomb transition, maybe a desperate call at that point as well. Everything was just hard countered, and usually we talk about how powerful the Keeper is, how powerful the Warden is, but LawLiet shows that Demon Hunter very, very playable in his hands at least.
Oh, his Demon's super strong. It doesn't die. We saw how close it comes. I mean, the staffs are on point. LawLiet's one of those players that he could definitely, we're so used to the Warden, right? But if that guy plays Demon, it's really tough. And we saw 1-2-0 kind of get shut down. I mean, in every point, Demon Hunter getting the damage in, staffing out, great Moonwell efficiency, and then just coming right back into that fight. But I think the big story was that Panda. That AoE, it helped him in every point. We're looking at the Murloc camp now. Look at that Breath of Fire. It's just absolutely beautiful. Yeah, it just allowed him to chip away, grab the bears into the late game. And I mean, the Demon Panda, good combo. Try it out.
Yeah, as if no Night Elf has done that in the past 20 years.
It's good, man. It's really good. I like watching it, to be honest. I'm an Undead player, and it hurts, but it's fun to watch a really, really good Night Elf player utilize those heroes.
Oh man, it's so much better than this mass air bullshit we've been through.
Well, we might see that in the next map. Tidehunters is, I think, one of the maps that kind of debuted it in this new map pool of this mass Gargs versus Hippos style. But if we get there, but you don't like that?
Well, it's a little, you know.
I heard if you win the fight, you win the game. A very smart caster said, "Whoever wins that fight wins that game." What do you think? What do you think about that?
Well, oftentimes true. Oftentimes true. Not always, though. We saw Linguaga with a crazy comeback over Sock yesterday. There, it wasn't true. But very explosive fights here. Love to see these two going head-to-head with each other. And if 1-2-0 has a better result here, or a better start here, he can definitely threaten LawLiet, but first game was Korean Night Elf all over Aqua Elves.
Yeah, 1-2-0, I mean, getting the expansion up was probably the only real plus, canceling LawLiet's early expansion, which he did. He had a significant economic lead for a bit there, but yeah, it's kind of hard to see where 1-2-0 went well in that game, because every single fight he kind of got rolled over.
Yeah, the last Night Elf versus Undead between them was in March, by the way. LawLiet took that as well, 2-0. Apart from that, we had one game in Tetka, but that was LawLiet off-racing as Orc. As he did for a couple of weeks, but that was basically just hiding strategies, as I think this Demon Hunter was quite a surprise to a lot of us.
I was definitely shocked. But then again, not, right? I think Demon Hunter is the safest play. I didn't think that LawLiet was capable of pressing Z or wherever he puts his Demon Hunter on Echo Isles. I thought it was always just going to be V. I don't know where your Warden is on your keyboard, but mine's a V, Neo. And yeah, I'm surprised he didn't press that.
Yeah, on my wonderful Corsair keyboard, it's also V if you go with the Square keys. I think that's the standard.
Yeah, but on Tidehunters, probably just going to see some standard. We might see Keeper. We could see Keeper. Demon. We could see Demon again. If we see Warden, I'll just probably leave. I have no idea what's going on. Although it's a Warden map too, you could use Warden on Tidehunters. Really,
lots of people would probably celebrate that, but we have seen LawLiet with a Warden on Tidehunters already. This 120's pick, and he's the one deciding the pace of the game. I feel like is expansion his play again? Will he go one base this time? Will he force LawLiet into Huntress AP push that we've seen with the Keeper? There's so many variables in this matchup and also on this map. Like, starting with the first hero on the Night Elf side, we have no idea what's coming for us.
Yeah, it really depends what 120 wants to play. Like you said, you can go into that mass air style, but that's going to be an Alter Crypt opener, not Ted Fiends. You could just go straight up. 120 could say, you know what, I'm just going to play legit, go Ted Fiends, open it up, and go into that Fiend Destroyer army that we saw, which you won't have the expansion right away, but it really depends on what style we want to see, and we're going to see that right away. Whether it's the Crypt Altar or Ted Fiends is going to dictate the tempo of 120. He either wants to hit a timing or he wants to go into late game and make it sloppy.
Man, there's a lot of creeping potential here on this map as well, and if that comes into play, I would give LawLiet the edge. We saw it displayed on Echo Isles beautifully, just how fast he was able to creep that, and this can be done pretty similarly on Tidehunters as well. Just buy some time for the second hero and then just dominate the mid game while keeping the opponent busy. Undeads don't really have that option.
No, Undeads kind of have to force fights, get in their force creeping in the Night Elf's face, especially with an aggressive Demon Hunter. Like if LawLiet goes Warden or Demon, expect like pure harassment. 120 is gonna have a hard time creeping for sure. We saw that on Echo. I mean, 120 was brought all the way back to his main base while the Panda was creeping the shop in the mid. I mean, this is just LawLiet knows what he's doing. And on Tidehunters, I feel like Night Elf players are really comfortable.
Oh yeah.
In the matchup, I really do. I think even against Orc, like Tidehunters seems like a really good map for Night Elf players to play their game if they have that option. So it's gonna be exciting either way. We're gonna see right away what 120 wants to do with his base build, 100%.
Yeah, absolutely. That we will probably see that after a couple of seconds. Once we have this game started, seems to have a little issue here. Yeah, we said on day one that this is a little bit of a new 120 who's playing so many tournaments. He played all tier 1 and tier 2 tournaments this year, which never happened before. Took so many first place as well in Yule Cup, in Huya twice actually, TED Cup as well, a couple of finals there. For LawLiet, it's kind of weird because he has one of his highest ELO rankings ever, but the tournament performances don't really reflect that. Like, what did he accomplish this year? Not much. There was a final in Smile Cup and there was a first place in Chinese New Year's Invitational, but Chinese New Year is always like in February. There was the last big impactful tournament run by LawLiet, and I really wonder where his ELO points are coming from.
It's wild. Asia Warcraft is wild right now. Everyone's winning everything, it seems like. There's a new champion every week, which is weird to say because you say, where's his accolades? And I'll agree with you, but look at what he just did on EI against 120, one of the greatest undeads in the world, right? So yeah. It's like this Asia's so stacked right now. And I think that's what makes it exciting is the fact that like LawLiet, who seems like a fan favorite, all of a sudden bottom of the group, struggling to work his way out. It's pretty wild. It's not like Europe and NA, Asia. Yeah. Asia's it's stacked.
Yeah, we don't have this one dominant force like we have in Happy and Hitman in the other two regions. It feels like every week we have a new best player in the scene, which is so wild. And you see it reflected just from yesterday to today. LawLiet turned up his performance by 100. And this just happens to everyone.
And I also just think like the level at which every player increases. Like look at a Colorful, look at an Alice who comes out of nowhere. He's used to be a C tier player. Now he's up playing with the big boys, not having the greatest run in this tournament, but he's still in the mix. And you look at the humans like Chemiko and Sok having a rough time, and Chemiko out of nowhere looking like a dominant force yet again. So every player in every race is like growing. Like this area, this region, everyone's getting so much better, and that's why I think the champions seem to flip flop all the time. But it keeps it fresh and keeps it exciting because who likes to watch the same person win every tournament?
Well, if we look at the stream numbers and the YouTube VODs, a lot of people.
Yeah, almost everyone. Almost everyone.
I think also, like in around 2006, 2007, this was the case in Asia as well, right? When we had the super dominant times of a Moon who dominated an entire year, the super dominant times of Lin, of Sky, who won WCG back to back. This has happened in Asia as well, and people still love to see it.
Yeah, everyone's playing good. There's not a bad matchup. I wish it wasn't at 6 in the morning for me, but there's not a bad matchup. Like even the newcomers, which I mean you could consider them newcomers. 15 Sway, he's been in the game for a while. Alice and Linguagua. You put them up against anyone, PCG, they're all good games.
Yeah. And hopefully a good game is coming to your home screens now as well. It's time to decide this match in Group D. LawLiet, can he go 2-0 and make up for his mistakes yesterday against 15 Sway and put 1-2-0 in misery? Only one measly point for him so far after 1.5 matches, as Foggy took a map off of him and now LawLiet as well. We said it before the tournament, prior to the tournament, Night Elf really not his best matchup if you compare it with the elite that we have in other regions. He has to step it up now. LawLiet with a normal creep on the right hand side and 1-2-0. No second ziggurat yet.
We know right away though. We know right away. He wants to open ghouls. He wants to probably go for that expansion, and yeah, he's gonna make it sloppy again. Same kind of thing. Doesn't want to hit that timing. Wants to really go on the map with a bunch of ghouls and test his might. But yeah, like you said, LawLiet looking pretty good, and this is a good series for him. I mean, a 2-0 right now puts him right back in the mix and makes this group look even wild. I know Foggy's sitting there going, no! definitely wants to make it a lot easier for himself, but LawLiet's not going to do that.
Yeah, for Foggy, I think a draw would absolutely be the best here, as they're stealing points from each other. We have a Demon Hunter again, by the way, so probably same name of the game as it was Echo Isles. Foggy with 4 points could... Like, what's the numbers there? If Foggy gets the map then of LawLiet, he's guaranteed for the playoffs. And this requires some number crunching after today.
Yeah, if LawLiet 2-0s, we definitely have to hit the books and see what's going on, because I think Foggy 1-1 still goes through. I'm not even really sure. I think maybe like LawLiet and Foggy, whoever wins goes through, but then if they tie, does 15 Sway come out of nowhere? Is 15 Sway going to still do well in his next games? Like a lot of questions here. This is a really stacked group.
Exactly.
But yeah, I think the Demon's a great pick. Obviously the orb in the late game, right clicking. We don't know what style 1-2-0 is going to go for, but on paper, statistically, he likes to open ghouls with this expo. So I think Demon Hunter is a really safe play, and we saw it work out beautifully in game number 1. So can he keep that pressure? Wisp with a very good scout on this expansion early.
Deado needs a Deado soon. There we go. Gets rid of a couple of skeletons, but 1-2-0 also dodged it with one of the skeletons here. Gets rid of all the blight. The ziggurat has to come up now. Love the change of the colors, by the way. Excellent choice, WGL. The dark blue, probably not the best. This lighter blue for the health bars. Good choice.
Yeah, I actually like it. Yeah, very bright map as well. I like it. I like it, guys. Okay, yeah, he needs to right click the ziggurat. If he does, that's gonna be really... Dude, he is a slippery demon. Look at that slippery demon. Wow.
Can't really risk to put some damage on the ziggurat though, but he is buying time, and we saw in his base LawLiet is not playing the same as game 1. He is going for Huntresses and a very decisive push now.
Okay, switching it up, making it, he doesn't want it to go to the late game, and he saw... If he knows 1-2-0's economy management with the acolytes, he's like thinking maybe I can sneak a window here. But Demon Hunter picks up level 2, and he's still creeping around, but the Nerubian will come up, and that's going to help 120 a lot, especially holding this. And I don't know if is this a light pressure or is this actually going to be like Glaives and he's going to start sieging this.
Oh, dude, double engine of war, right? This is all in by LawLiet, as we've seen. Wait a minute, tech behind it?
Yeah, I think this is just a light pressure. I don't know. I have no idea. But 120 is going to go across the map, Neo, with a bunch of units, and he could start creeping a lot. I thought he was going to steal the Expo and maybe grab that item and some experience, but it looks like he wants to come and defend. Nerubian on that Archer would mean that's a dead Chur, 100%.
But doesn't really matter if he gets that expansion, and with that ring, that is actually a very, very good item. Barely takes any hits. LawLiet is teching, and same as against Foggy, 120 is losing his Haunted Goldmine early, but this time he gets this around, so that's a TP right there.
Yeah, nice cancel right away. There's an Acolyte there, and he does have the economy to put this back up, which I think he does. Yes, he does. But, you know, this still opens up a lot of time for LawLiet to make a play here, but we haven't seen this heavy macro off the double Agent of War. I'm not really sure what that was.
I'm still not sure what the strategy is by LawLiet.
Yeah. I mean, if you were going to go mass Archer hunts into Glaives and siege this, I'd be like, hey,
yep,
Bob's your uncle, right?
But also, like, wouldn't that be way better with a Keeper?
It would, with the Treants, yeah, probably. But the Demon Hunter with the right clicks, you can just absorb all the mana from the DK, and then just all the damage is just good damage, right?
Okay.
Mana burn coming again on the DK. I'm not too sure. I don't think LawLiet knows either. He's just kind of winging it. Now we see hunts coming out. Hunts are pretty expensive.
He's AP pushing the main.
There we go. There we go. Yeah.
All
right.
Oh my god, dude. Not even the expansion, but the main. Really love that 120 steals the step of Tally here, so Ghoul Surround against the Demon Hunter could instantly lead to a kill as the town portal is gone.
Can he see that with the Ghoul? Can he see that?
He scouted
that was
for it,
so
right?
close.
It was nighttime.
He sees it. He's got to see it.
Oh, he does now. Yeah, okay, he definitely has it now. But that took some time. Maybe it was a 5 to 7 second delay.
I think that's the end of this push.
Yeah,
I mean, he's going to pull up a lot of gold. Yeah, there's no way LawLiet commits to this. He's coming across the map now, but like you said, no Keeper. He's not going to be able to catch any of these ghouls off guard. I think 120 can just cancel all these and run right back to the main. He could probably just attack after this.
That is a lot of ghouls and no safety for this Demon Hunter. Panda level 1, no glaives, APs all cancelled. There's more reinforcements coming for Dispel and APs. Breath of Fire hits not too great. Nice dust by 120, but glaives against ghouls is a very, very powerful weapon.
Yeah, this is looking really good for LawLiet. A bunch of these ghouls might go down. Another Breath of Fire could be good. Ritual Dagger used.
Oh, wow.
120 is like the only undead player that actually buys this item, by the way. I don't think anyone else buys this item. And more APs coming out for LawLiet. He wants to keep this pressure on, and with these hunts, I don't blame him. With the Panda, he sees that if you try to take a fight, I am winning these exchanges. So let's just keep going. And if it fails, well, I probably lose the game.
Ooh, Panda isn't a surround, but I think the Huntress is counter-blocking it. AP, second attempt, still so many whiffs available. How many kills can he get on these ghouls? It's looking better and better. 120 also at 37 now with a 35 out of 40. Can go for a second hero soon, but the shop is down. That means no mana potion for this DK. No more healing. Little bit of slow, but LawLiet is so good in always blocking his retreat, so he can't get surrounded ever.
Yeah, no shop is super annoying, but he already has a pretty good Skelly. He's got 3 more charges, I think. He's still got Skellies that he can use, and he's still got the expansion, so he's still kind of chilling. He's got a fat bank.
Oh yeah, but he can't spend it at the moment because he's supply blocked again. Now it's finally fixed. Okay, 120, can you fix this? Still not tier 2, still no Lich, still no Slaughterhouse, no Meat Wagons, and the APs are up. Foggy tried this, Sonic has this in his repertoire, and we see this from LawLiet now too. The Ritual Dagger actually putting in work, but the Hunts are denying that regen now.
How annoying is it that the APs actually hit this main? That is so annoying. 120 has to respect this eventually and pull Acolytes, which instantly takes off your economic lead as you're trying to get farther ahead. Yeah, this is gonna be tough. Double, is that double Slaughterhouse? Nope.
Second crypt. Little late if you ask me. Fiend already heard, that's the last coil for a long time. problem with this push is the Panda isn't really leveling. Demon Hunter is ultimately close to level 3. That's a big game changer here. Only needs... Oh, can he even deny the Lich? Actually, that's level 3. The Glaive is putting on quite some pressure on this altar. Requires a 3 Acolyte repair. And I wonder if that's even enough, but it looks like it to get the Lich out at least.
Yeah, I think the Lich will come out, which is big for 120. Big, very big. But he still has to deal with what's going on in this main expansion with the, or main base with the APs. And I wonder if he just builds like meat wagons and actually tries to full out defend this, or if he tries to just play normal and kind of just abandon this main. And yeah, I don't know. That's a lot of APs though. Lich comes out.
It's a lot of APs. He could just waddle over to the expansion, continue the siege, or expand in 120's former main base. We've seen crazy series between Sonic and Shake, where things went pretty much exactly like that. 4 APs are so hard to crack.
Yeah, now with the Glaives coming in, this is going to be a pretty big siege. Panda 1.5, Wishes probably had 2, but he can get that with a few more ghouls, a few more skeletons feeding, maybe some acolytes. Actually, some of them are in range of these Glaives, but yeah, this is so much. Look, even with this is 4 acolytes repairing, it's still going down. There's so much damage with the APs and the Glaives, and 120 is trying to chip away, trying to claw in, do some damage, get out. But I feel like with the Panda, the AoE is always going to be there.
Okay, Meatwagon is coming in now. Is that the saving grace? He can't take the tier 3 with all that pressure. He's already at around 60%. He doesn't have the lumber as the ghouls are constantly threatening attacks. Lich can't throw a Nova anymore. Question is, how does he reach this meat wagon?
Yeah, 120 is doing a great job of keeping this army kind of in front, bobbing and weaving. Don't get in range of that meat wagon. Try to get as much DPS out of it as you can. But there's even Wisp for repair on this. So this is going to be a long, long siege. But it looks like LawLiet's already getting the better of this Halls of the Dead.
And there's no tier 3 at all, no destroyers, no orb. But okay, full commitment by 120. He's diving on top of this. The ghouls are all very, very hurt, leading to more experience for that Panda. He wants to get rid of these Glaives. There's 2 behind the APs, though. Nice coverage! And this Breath of Fire wonderfully opening up the way to the meat wagon. Has to retreat now. Probably not getting any surface area anymore on the APs. And what do you do now?
That was a big, big jump in by 120, and I don't think it paid off for him, Cotton. That Lich was so low. I can't believe the Lich even survived. It had to be on like 5 HP after that Breath of Fire. But the siege is still going, Neo. And, you know, he did lose 2 Glaives, but it honestly looks like nothing. Like the APs are still up. Wisps, plenty. Still Hunts on the front line. 2 Glaives. I mean, LawLiet's fine with these trades, and the Breath of Fire has just been so good. Demon Hunter could maybe go for that Lich. Okay, Mana burns the DK instead, but LawLiet knows it. I don't need to dive in. I'm just chipping away. Let my APs and Glaives do the work.
Is there too much damage done by LawLiet so far? 2 meat wagons. What's left in the tank for the Chinese? Damage intensifies. Still no tier 3 anywhere near, but also Panda never made it to level 2. But also the DK levels and the Lich levels, abysmal.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, right now is probably the best time to jump on this while the Panda doesn't have Breath of Fire. You have the statue in the back to heal, and you can go for the Glaives, and that's what he's going to do. He's going to try to jump on these Glaives and at least get the siege damage mitigated a bit. Might be able to swap one of the APs, and he does. 120's, he's chipping away, Neo. He is chipping away, but the Breath of Fire, as soon as it comes in, that's the last one for a while, but it's always good.
Yeah, excellent chip damage from the Hunts and the Glaives all over. Demon Hunter kind of low. Can't really afford to get Coil Nova here. There's a possibility. 120 has a lot of gold. Could use it to get some items, some potions. But man, what a tug of war this is. DK dropping relatively low. All the Hunts and APs now committing to the main base of 120. Can he finally break it?
Yeah, the interesting thing is that the meat wagon that he has now is in a good position, but he did sacrifice 1 in a really weird spot. Level 2 Panda now for LawLiet. He's going to keep chipping away. 120 is trying to get rid of these Glaives, and if he does, he buys himself more and more time. Keep in mind, he still has the expansion, but everything's okay. Health pot used on the DK to save him there. LawLiet just needs a right click.
Glaive staffed out, but that was a couple of losses here for LawLiet. That Glaive out is down to 44. Resources are very, very limited. Shop was a good one. Got a potion now. Demon Hunter is safe, and he might get a double block. Oh, this body block against the Fiend, resulting in the kill immediately. Mana burn on the statue, so that can't heal anything anymore. But still can't break the Halls of the Dead.
Yeah, the AP is starting to get chipped away, but there's still 3. 120's probably spent so much gold on repairing this Halls of the Dead, but it's definitely worth it. He needs to reposition his army, though. The statue getting kind of in range. It's pretty bone dry right now, though. But he can't morph into Destroyer. Still on tier 2. This is a problem.
Finally, level 2 for the Lich, level 2.5 for the DK, level 2 for the Panda as well. Wonder if he goes Drunken Brawler. Mana is really low for the Night Elf. There's a Moonwell. It's still nighttime. There might be a little bit of regen in. Oh, man. 120 just refuses to give up. Refuses to give LawLiet any building, and it's only 2 out of 4 APs left. The Meat Wagon is going to town on them and might actually secure this defense.
Yeah, this is a masterclass from 120 right now. He's like coming in, chipping away, DK with the movement, not getting caught, not getting all the units in the back. The DK being the front line, and he just kind of wiggles out every time and chips away. Now he's picking up some wisps. The glaives have kind of not been doing their damage anymore. 120 is kiting this beautifully.
Yeah, always on Blight, always the regen. New statue if he needs them. More and more fiends are joining the fray. Of course, from double crypt that goes relatively fast, and the damage is just might be a little too much for LawLiet to repair. And these statues are lifesavers for 120's tournament life.
Oh yeah, the statues have been the MVP of this so far, picking off a few more wisps. A Huntress about to go down. 120's in a position where he could just straight up fight now. I think the hunt line's pretty much gone. It's just to put 2 heroes. 120 doesn't care about that. All the hunts die. Demon Hunter gets possibly surrounded. Oh,
Nice. Oh, it should be a reveal. Oh, walking out. Reclosing this surround. Panda bought a staff. Didn't use it. There we go. Tried to use another Shadow Melt, but this doesn't work. And now it's a wonderful concave. It's level 3 for the DK as well. Panda holding this alone at the moment. Nighttime's over. Moon Juice is empty. What a hold.
Amazing. Yeah, he's gonna be able to clear up the rest of the APs, especially with the Meat Wagon in the back still. Breath of Fire comes in, but the statues just kind of just fully heal after that, especially on the Blight. Panda in a bit of trouble.
There's nothing to
there with the staff. Good timing though, could have been very close.
Yeah. Okay. But LawLiet lost almost 20 supply. His Demon Hunter again getting surrounded. That always puts the Undead Army into a good position for Breath of Fire, but the AoE spells are very limited, and now he tacks in his face to tier 3, and once we have tier 3, we got Destroyers, we got the Orb of Corruption, and we got a game.
Yeah, LawLiet really needed this win, I think. This is going to shake up everything if 120 closes this out in a 1-1.
Well, Town Portal now to save the Panda. No expansion on the back of this, and this siege is held. Unbelievable.
That was actually really nuts. I'm not gonna lie, 120 was kind of a god. That was really hard to... It was 4 APs.
4 APs and 3 glaives, and he's able to repair and hold this.
Yeah.
The only chance for LawLiet is like a Zeppelin drop and hope that he never upgraded Web.
Yeah, that would be a play. Yeah, LawLiet is so screwed right now. He's got absolutely nothing. He's got money, but what's the transition, right? I mean, you are on tier 2. Like, I don't think there's time for lures. I don't think there's time for any transition like that. And 120 is literally just waiting for his tech, and he's gonna have everything. He's got the statues, he's got the fiends, he's got the lich, he's got everything. His army is glaives.
Yeah, glaives and heroes, I guess, who are not really level 3 as good mana on the Panda, but yeah, his progress, the opposite of Aquil's, where it was a rush to tier 3. Now we got DK and Lich on 3, mana's good, heal scroll, heal potion, 3 production buildings, and he knows that LawLiet is in trouble. He's checking for an expansion. He's, hey, they're not mining from 2 bases, that puts me into a wonderful position, let's end this.
Yeah, that's a big sigh of relief from 120. No tree. Probably would expect it, right? Something behind it, but sees this is not even crept. All right. He's bringing 5 accolades.
What? Is he expanding here? Oh, that would be a little bit PM. But he built so many, I guess, to repair. And there's the Zeppelin. That is the one. No, it's not the one play. It's game. And it's another tie in Group D. 120 with the 2nd point of the tournament. And that keeps LawLiet on 1 point. And he needs to defeat Foggy 2-0 now to have a chance.
Yeah, it's tough. He's got 2 really hard best of 3s, but he put himself in that position, right, with the loss to 15 sway. But yeah, this shakes up everything. Foggy now needs to win against LawLiet. LawLiet needs to win against Foggy. 120 probably sitting pretty safe, or is he also in a weird spot? I think
He's
he's also in a weird
weird
spot with the ties. Yeah.
Oh man, this could be a 3-way tie at least. So Foggy has 4 points after yesterday, win against 15 Sway and tie against 120. 120 has 2 points with 2 ties. He's facing 15 Sway. 15 Sway has 3 points, so he's still ranked 2. And LawLiet remains on the bottom with 1 point. Man, we need mathematicians.
I think if LawLiet 2-0s Foggy, but 15 Sway takes a map off 120, I think LawLiet's out.
Because of the direct comparison, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. But
15 Sway. Let's go.
Isn't that then a 3-way tie between Foggy, 15 Sway, and LawLiet?
No, because 15 Sway would have a win. Oh, LawLiet would have a win too. Yeah. No, but then you do head-to-head, right? You must do head-to-head.
Yeah, but then it's a 3-way head-to-head defeat.
Yeah, because 15's got it on LawLiet, Foggy's got it on 15.
Yeah.
I think Foggy takes it, right? But then where's 120 fit in all this? Oh man, I don't want to.
No. We are clearly not the two people to talk about this, but man, let's just say there is a lot of possibilities in Group D. We have both remaining matches tomorrow with Foggy versus LawLiet and 15 Sway versus 120. On paper, 120 should be easily taking this, but we said the same about LawLiet. And again, 120, 2 ties against Night Elf so far, and if 15 Sway shows up in the way it did against LawLiet, then 120 might be in trouble. I guess if 120 wins, he's clearly through, as Foggy and LawLiet share points.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I just want to see more games at this point, and these are going to be so crucial.
Oh my god, I think I got a little more clarity. I just had an epiphany here. The winner of 120 and 15 Sway is through, and the winner of Foggy vs LawLiet is through. And it gets really weird if we get ties.
Okay, so just straight up winner moves on, and then it's really weird. Yeah, that would make sense because 2 wins, right?
Yeah.
Well, actually, 120 would be tie win. Foggy would be win tie, so he'd definitely go through.
Yeah.
LawLiet would be God, I don't know. It hurts my head. It hurts my brain.
It's not the biggest pain then for you, right? But boy, what a series, what a tug of war, what an excellent Night Elf versus Undead. The first match, little wonky by 120. But yeah, they have it in their own hands now. Everybody in Group D has it in their own hands. And we don't get an interview as we are notified now. That puts us in a little break. Thank you so much for your continued support here for this channel. Thank you very much, Jack Nichols, to pledging to our Patreon, which is a wonderful, wonderful source of content. If you want to have fun game evenings with us, coaching by Remo and Carson, replays casted by us all, movie recommendations, and of course early access to Ricky and Mine podcast. That's the best perk if you ask me. Then check out our Patreon. You are missing out if you're not subscribed yet. Impy Dude, the winner of our first Corsair raffle, 8-month resub. Let's go! Thanks for the content and thanks for the Corsair mouse again. No cancel please with a 3-month resub. Wonderful. We have a 4-minute break and then we go into the next game. It is back to Group A where Fortitude is fighting for survival. See you in a bit.